everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. So today I am filming a very highly requested video. I feel like a lot of people, when I am on Instagram live and I'm talking about foundations, Kryolan keeps coming up over and over and over again, and so I thought, why not film a review for you guys. I'm going to be filming a review on the Dermacolor Camouflage Cream foundation. This is what it looks like. I bought the bigger size and I'll talk to you guys about the sizes and all that stuff later on in the video, but first I'm gonna hop on to the Kryolan South Africa website. And I'm just gonna read you guys. Wait, whoa, hold up. Can we just talk about how many colors there are in this range? Like, they have 3 tabs for it. Look, tab number 1, tab number 2, tab number 3. Wait, let me count this real quick. Oh my god, you guys, this is like 58 shades of foundation. Look at that. I mean, who's Fenty? Everybody be tripping over how Fenty has 40 shades, but Kryolan has been having 54 odd shade. No, 50, what, how much did we say? 58, I don't know. Anyway, let's just get into this review, and I'm gonna start by reading the description off of the website. So the product description says that the Dermacolor Camouflage Cream is an especially highly pigmented makeup which is designed to correct and cover skin disfigurements, discoloration, and tattoos. Dermacolor Camouflage Cream is especially suitable for the face and the neck, and with proper use of the Dermacolor Camouflage system, skin abnormalities can be easily corrected. Once Dermacolor has been fixed using a fixing powder and fixing spray from Dermacolor, it will be waterproof and protects the skin against damaging UV radiation. So there's definitely SPF in this, which is amazing. They don't say how much SPF, but I'm gonna try and find that out now. And then it says that it could even last under extreme conditions like swimming, heat, and physical strain. I guess they mean sweat. Dermacolor Camouflage Cream is available in an extensive range of shades, as I've showed you guys, and those are intermixable, which gives the makeup a natural appearance when applied correctly. Okay, that is amazing. And then a pro tip that they give is that for best results, you want to warm the cream to body temperature by mixing it on the back of your hand. Now that is generally the way I like to apply it, especially on my clients, but on myself I'll just put it directly on my face and it warms up with my face temperature, if that makes sense. So let's just hop into the pricing really quickly. Now I got the 30 gram, which is about 437 Rand, but if you guys are on a budget and you don't want to spend 400 Rand on a foundation, then they do have a 4 gram option, which is 235 Rand. Obviously, in terms of value for money, the 30 gram is the way to go, but if you guys are not too sure about the foundation, then I would suggest start off with the small size and work your way up. And it's the same with the powder. The small powder comes in more or less a size like this, which is about 147 Rand, and it's the shade P5. The translucent fixing powder is the shade P5, and it comes in a bigger size that's more or less equivalent to a 60 gram tub of loose powder, if that makes sense. So I'm going to be using the P5 loose powder to set the foundation today, and yeah, without any further ado, let's just get into this review. So this is what the box looks like, and then when you open it up, it has a spatula on top, which is very hygienic, and then it also has a protective seal, which I've already broken. And then when you open the product, this is what the foundation looks like. Now I decided to purchase the shade D135. Okay, so as always, I'm going to be priming one half of my face with a pore minimizing primer. The primer that I generally like to use with this foundation is the Perfect Matte from Kryolan, but I don't have that with me today, so I'm just making do with what I do have, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm going to be taking the spatula and just scraping a little bit of foundation I'm just going to pat this into my skin so that you guys can see what it looks like. It's a pretty good match to my actual skin tone. Can you guys see that? So as always, I'm going to blend this foundation out with a brush and with a sponge, and we're going to see how it differs. And then taking a flat top kabuki and just blending this in. What I really like about this foundation is that you can lightly put it all over the face, and you can literally just build up the foundation where you have pigmentation coming through, if that makes sense. And then now I'm going to move on to the sponge side. Now I've personally never tried to apply this with the sponge, so we're going to see how it works. And my sponge is damp, and I'm just going to use patting motions to blend this in. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm gonna say that I feel like the sponge definitely picks up most of the product, so you would be better off using a brush. Now for concealer, I'm gonna be going in with my Ultra foundation from Kryolan. This is in the shade LO, and this is lighter than my skin tone, and I'm gonna use this to highlight my under eye area and the center of my face. Now I know a lot of people will not want to put foundation under the eye area, but for me personally, I have only been using a lighter foundation from Kryolan under my eye area for the past week and a half, and I haven't had any issues. Obviously you guys don't have to be as extra as I am and use two different Kryolan foundations on your face. I'm using it because I do have it as at my disposal. I'm gonna go in with my P5 powder. I'm just gonna show you guys what it looks like on the back of my hand. So it's pretty much a translucent powder, so once you blend it out and dust it all over the face, it's pretty much going to turn out to be translucent. I'm going to take my sponge and just use this to bake under my eye area because I do have quite a prominent expression line and it will crease regardless of what I use. And then I'm going to use this powder to just set the rest of my foundation. Now it is a cream, so it's very important to make sure you set the entire face with this fixing powder. How amazing does my foundation look right now? I'm loving it. So the time right now is 10:35, and we're gonna see how this wears throughout the day and all that great stuff. I'm gonna go ahead, do the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back. Okay you guys, so the time right now is 1:32. So I've had this foundation on for about 3 hours now, and this is pretty much what it looks like. I literally just like bronzed up my face. Hey everyone, so I am back for the last check-in. The time right now is 6:34. I generally have this foundation on from about 8:30ish till maybe 7:30 at night, 8:30 at a stretch. So yeah, this is how the foundation looks. Let me zoom you guys in just a little. This is how the foundation looks. Looks pretty good. As you guys can see, I am oily around my nose area, which is generally expected, and when I'm at work I do touch up around the, I want to say 7-hour mark, so maybe around 3-4 o'clock I'll touch up around my nose area. And as you guys can see with regards to the smile lines, there is a little bit of creasing that happens, but if you compare the non-primed side to the primed side, you can see that it settles a lot worse in the non-prime side than the prime side. So if you guys do have smile lines like I do, or if you smile a lot, definitely be sure to prime or use a pore minimizing primer in your smile lines. But generally throughout the day I just kind of pat the product and pop on some powder, and I'm pretty much good to go. So the Kryolan Dermacolor foundation has become my everyday go-to foundation. I've had this foundation on for about 8 hours now, and you guys can see how well it has worn on my skin. I'm actually really impressed. I'm just gonna take my powder brush and just lightly mattify the center of my face just so I can finish up this video, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, in terms of the misconceptions, a lot of people think it's only meant for TV. It's very heavy. It's probably going to make you break out because you think it's so heavy, and a lot of people are going to think it's not an everyday foundation. That's really not the case. I mean, because it has a UV protection factor, like the description said at the beginning of the video, I am pretty sure it's not only meant for TV, because TV is under a lot of heavy lighting. And if there's UV protection, that means it is meant for day wear, outside, indoors, wherever the case may be is. So I just wanted to clear that up for you guys. And it is very lightweight, you guys. It doesn't feel like you're wearing foundation at all. Like, if I fell asleep and woke up, I probably would have forgotten that I was wearing foundation. This foundation is so lightweight, and I have to say that this foundation with the fixing powder is a winning combination. Like they said on the website, if you want to make it waterproof, then you need the fixing spray from Dermacolor, but it is a winning combination because I have tried this foundation with different setting powders, and I feel like it doesn't hold up as well on my skin as it does with the P5 fixing powder. So yeah, it is what it is, and I have to say I really enjoyed this foundation. I feel like I can wear it for like 12 hours and it lasts a really good decent amount of time, and I'm always like rubbing my nose, or I always get post-nasal drip, and I never have an issue with the foundation rubbing off completely on my entire nose area, which I think is amazing. So I highly recommend this foundation if you guys are looking for something that is lightweight and that covers really well and that you can find your shade in, because I know a lot of people are struggling to find their shade in other ranges of foundation, and I think with like 50 odd shades you're bound to find something that works for you. So yeah, in terms of the pros and cons, I will say it's very high coverage, it bolds really well, it blends really well into your skin. Obviously you have to have the right shade, because I feel like if you don't have the right shade it's probably not going to work for you. And Dermacolor is actually meant for more oilier skin. And in terms of the cons, the only con I can actually come up with right now is the fact that it settles into your expression lines, which I don't expect anything different from a cream foundation, if that makes sense. That is it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a long one, but you guys will deal. And yeah, I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, like my video, share with all of your friends, and all that great stuff. Don't forget to slay all day every day with and without makeup, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.